Good evening. My name is Betty, and I am here today again to interact with Biafrans. Biafrans with free mind and liberal mind. We are the rising sun. I hope that everyone wakes up this morning in peace and have attended service. That's why I always come at this time on Sundays, so that people will have time to go and pray to God. So let me also thank God in your presence. Almighty Father, merciful God, we thank and glorify your holy name, wonderful Father, the Father that gives us what no human father can give. We thank you. Father, Lord, I commit my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, into your holy hands. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader, a wonderful man, a wonderful father. He gathers us together. He is where he is today, my Lord, because of us. Please, my Father, in your infinite mercy and kindness, release our leader for us, because what you, God, cannot do does not exist. Father, Lord, we commit our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is the only one talking about the release of our Onyendu, and the only one pushing us together with Biafra agitation. Please, God, protect and guide him. Guide all Biafrans with very genuine mind, fighting for this cause. Amen. My people, I thank you all wherever you are watching me. My plea continues for the subscription to this very channel. It is called Betty Ford TV. Once you go on the search bar on YouTube and search for it, you will see it, and you will definitely see Betty Ford and subscribe. I need more people to subscribe and share the video so that it goes viral. At least there is one thing you will learn. If not from the ones I show up on a voice over of our leader, it will be from maybe any other thing. No one is above learning. We are learning every day. So when you share the video to others, they will surely learn one thing. If not about their lives, but about Biafra, how it will come, what we need for it to come. Personal mental attitude, PMA, strength and focus. That's all we need. You know, when you are fighting for freedom, a lot of things are bound to happen. And when they are happening, you don't dwell on them. You just let them come and go. The only thing we need is focus, resilience, togetherness, unity. That focus means that our eyes should remain on the ball. And the ball is Biafra. So, my people, I have two topical issues, because on Sunday sometimes I have a quick recap on what I have said during the week. We all know that what happened during this week gone was where a defense staff, he said that his chief of defense staff, Mr. Christopher Musa, was talking about our prime minister sabotaging security in Nigeria. That is one. And the other one is about the demolition of houses, belonging to the Ebos, or let me say Biafrans in Lagos, because Igbo is not the only Biafra. Igbo is just one state in Biafra land. So my people, I have to use some videos to analyze these very topics so that we will keep reminding ourselves that this is what has been happening. Because when you have one problem, just count it two. Because the problem is there, how to solve it is another problem. Because if you are not careful in addressing that issue, you will fall into a third problem. So now, let me swing into action.
Samuel Ekpa has become a menace to this country. Finland is having a freeway encouraging him to do what he's doing. By his utterances and his actions, is affecting what is happening in Nigeria. Samuel Ekpa has become a menace to this country. Finland is having a freeway. And the survival of children and the generation that were starved to death. And I am very, very angry. I'm very, very angry. Instead of that, we cannot get this Biafra, I will turn to a beast. I will turn to a beast.
These are these children he is referring to. These are Biafran children during Nigeria Biafra war. These are the children, he said that I am from the children of these children from Biafra. So why I am reflecting on all this is for us to know where our problems are coming from, how we are solving it. That this man reporting about Simon being a menace in Nigeria is in Nigeria. And a lot of things are going on. We all know that when Onyendu, before he was abducted, Onyendu told us that if anything happens to him, that we should turn Nigeria upside down. And when Onyendu was returned, the day he was returned, his lawyer, Barrister Jofo, was at the airport. Because of him, they covered Onyendu's head like a common criminal. Why? Because they don't want Onyendu to see him. Because he is one of those who arranged with this DOS that is ranting now that Simon did this and did that. When Onyendu was brought back, it was the same Ejiofor and this DOS that we are telling our people, because at Aba, they have already started rioting. They said to them, oh, calm down, calm down. Onyendu will soon come out. Calm down, calm down. Because they have been paid. English people call it compromise. They have compromised. When you compromise, it could be anything. It could be a promise that has been made to you, or that the promise have been fulfilled, whatever. But they compromised. And in order to show their masters, who is giving them all these directives on what to do, in order to show them that they are in charge, they told our people, oh, calm down, you calm down, calm down, when Onyendu will soon come out. And nothing happened. Now, Onyendu, he gave instruction, which all of us who are true and genuine Biafrans, who are genuinely fighting for our freedom, because some people thought that this Biafra is like an open business for them to come and make money. Some of us are not serious. Some are not serious at all. Onyendu gave instruction that they should allow Simon to be broadcasting through Radio Biafra. They started giving Simon condition, which they know that Simon will not accept, so that they will use it as an excuse not to allow him to broadcast. Even that evening, when we were watching with Simon, we were all happy, calling him, congratulating him. So many calls. We were all happy. But they declined. Now, Mr. Simon decided to carry on from his own platform. For them to have refused Simon coming there to work was a clear division, total division, because this fragmentation started from within. Now, Simon said to us that we should calm down, that we will make abduction of Onyendu very useless to these people. So him and his cabinet group agreed on civil disobedience, which is sit at home. Sit at home. And some people accepted it, some kicked against it, and these are no less a group than the DOS, which Emma Powerful was one of them, or is still one of them. Now, there's a video I played this week, sometimes maybe Monday or Tuesday, where a man in America was complaining that the secretary of Onyendu contacted him, that Ejiofor called her, that's Caroline, the name of Onyendu's secretary in America, that Ejiofor called her, asking her to arrange for meeting, Zoom meeting, telling her the names of the people that will be in that meeting, and she did. And our prime minister now, then he was on the Zoom as well. So do you know what China Samuru, Chike Doziem, and Ejiofor came to tell these people? Was about accounts. That Onyendu said they should change the account, and they withdrew maybe 40 or 40 something thousand dollars. And Simon got upset and left the meeting. The man said that he himself left the meeting. He told them, so barely 13 days that Onyendu was abducted, you people are coming up with this. Simon just left. He didn't continue with that meeting because probably Simon thought that they have a genuine or very important message to discuss. But what they were discussing is accounts. And they ended up taking 40 something thousand dollars from that very account. Now, sit at home, being civil disobedience. You know all that when our people used to go on the street with the flag, they will start shooting them. The military and the police, they will start shooting them. So they decided that sitting at home every Monday will be a major part of fighting their own economy, because every day they collect tax from these people selling in the market places. And this marketplace, which is their business place, is, as you people know it, like kitchen. In fact, kitchen is better, because when it rains in your kitchen, it doesn't get flooded. The market gets flooded. These people will be under the rain, doing their businesses, and they will be paying tax on daily basis. They will be collecting money from the market masters. Now, this sit at home started getting on the governors. You all knew how they all kicked against it. They started calling them from Abuja. Why are your people going on sit at home? You are not doing anything. They all tried and failed. Now, let me play a voice where a man is being interviewed about sit at home and Simon Ekpa's instruction. Because all these things that I'm saying, I found them somewhere.
If Nnamdi Kanu released, let the Nigerian government look at him, tackle him head on. He's on his own. When IPOB say we're going it this way, he will say this way. When IPOB say we're going this way, and the powerful the spokesperson of IPOB has always been saying, a Simon Ekpa is not part of us. Any instruction is given.
Now, he said the IPOB, Emma Powerful. You people saw Emma Powerful's picture when our Prime Minister was still doing daily broadcast, selling wires in Ghana. Most of their popular word is always asking Simon, why don't you come back? Where does China Samuru lives? He lives in Kuwait. Chike Doziem lives in Netherlands. Emma Powerful lives in Ghana. What are they doing there? Why can't they go back? They are not going back. Okay, how many times have you people heard them talking about the release of Onyendu? Since Onyendu was abducted, what new have these people brought to the struggle? Absolutely nothing. It's like kettle calling pot black. You live abroad, you give instructions. I will still play China Samuru's voice for you people here. Let me continue with this man.
Do you know that all of that are rhetorics? The people listen to his propaganda. They listen to his campaign. I watched one video. He said it's rhetorics in what you said. No, they obey him when they sit at home and do. When they now say the men have they not been sitting at home? But this the powerful, the spokesperson, they continue saying, telling people don't obey. I said people are obeying. People are obeying in the sense that he has not been able to stop the influence of Simon Ekpa. Because one, who do you want to stop?
They obey him because he has great influence. They are all abroad. Anybody telling you, oh, why don't Simon come back? Where is he? The DOS, do they live in Nigeria? They don't. And Emma Powerful saying that Simon Ekpa is not part of us. If he is not part of them, why did Onyendu instruct that you people should give him a slot? Even the in-law of Onyendu, who is a prophet in Germany, he said it, that Onyendu asked him that he should consider Simon being his deputy when the other deputy left. He said no. He said that he's regretting it. Because there was a time that Facebook brought his page down. I mean, Onyendu's in-law, the prophet. It was Mr. Simon Ekpa who urged every Biafran, at least 1,000, to go and follow his new page, because he was literally crying on the internet that he lost his page and he has a new one and that he's just left alone. Our Prime Minister, in his human behavior and kindness, said that I went and followed him as well. I followed him. I don't talk about what I don't know or what I haven't done. I went and followed his page and liked it, because he instructed 1,000 at least or more should go and follow his page. He gave us time. He said, this minute, do it. And we all did it. And he even thanked Simon, because at a point he became Simon's enemy, following the DOS. But when he realized that the DOS are nothing but saboteurs, if you are looking for saboteurs, you think of them, the DOS. How did Onyendu's movement leak out? Who did Onyendu tell that he is leaving Europe to Africa? Who knew about it, if not the DOS? You all also heard when our Prime Minister, when he was doing daily broadcast, he played the voice of Chinasa, where Chinasa was saying to Barrister Ejiofor, did you hear that the governors are plotting to return Onyendu? He said that he has told Onyendu, but Onyendu is proving stubborn. Even Paul Achebe said, if Onyendu will not recognize them, let him remain there. He is one of them. But Paul Achebe today has been sacked by the DOS because that's what they specialize in. Immediately Onyendu was abducted, they started sacking all the people that they saw as obstacle, including Nelly. And all of you saw when Nelly came to Simon's platform and was crying, telling Simon that she needs help, that these people are chasing after her because she's like an auditor of the Biafran account or whatever her position is. So this agitation, our agitation for marginalization, everything that is being done to us, the problem we have is that, like Onyendu said, that we are like elephant, and that anybody who wants to eat elephant will only kill it and slaughter it and pieces it before you'll be able to eat it. And that's what they are doing. They have put knife in the middle of the heart of Biafra to split us in order to be able to, to be able to do what they are doing. Recently, someone was saying, oh, don't you know that even in your midst, in your autopilot, all these governors, they have their men with us that tells them what we do. Can you imagine that? For a Biafran to be sabotaging their own person. Because this man said here that a man powerful told them that Simon is not an IPOB, is not part of us. Is Simon a Fulani man? Is he not a Biafran? How can you say he's not part of you? Obviously, Simon is a Biafran. Even that Emma Powerful, he is a Biafran. We are all Biafrans, allowing ourselves to be splitted. You know, there is this adage that says that when the center cannot hold, things will start falling apart, or you will no longer be at ease and things will start falling apart. In this one, we will not fall apart. We will not. That is not what we have come here to do. Internal battle. That's why they are holding our Onyendu. The DOS, they don't talk about Onyendu's release. Simon introduced sit at home because he knew that that is the way they will feel the pain of holding our leader. And we all know that it is very effective, to the extent that the Chief of Defense Staff is crying in the House of Assembly that Simon is the problem. Why are they not telling you that Chinasa Nworu is their problem, or that Chike Doziem is their problem, or that Emma Powerful, which is their so-called spokesman, is their problem? Because these ones work with them. Chinasa Nworu once said that we cannot get Biafra without political solution, that we must liaise with the governors. Where are the governors? Nigerian governors. Are we Nigerians? Of course we are not. So this argument here, the man is telling him that what he is saying is mere rhetorics. It's just a direction of speech. The only person that says what these people listen to is Simon. Let me bring it back and play.
People are obeying in the sense that he has not been able to stop the influence of Simon Ekpa. Because one, who do you want to stop? Who do you want to stop? No, there should be a counter propaganda. He has the propaganda comes in. And he has succeeded? The propaganda comes in. The only thing that demands tell people what they want, what they need. What they want to hear. That's the point I'm making. I mean, but the talk of IPOB setup administration, they are not part of it. They have issued for a long time. Okay. So why is it that his propaganda is still very potent?
Exactly.
One is that if now they can.
The potency of Simon's directives is that when he talks, our people complies. Till recently, 2 weeks ago, when he told the Imo people, do not come out because your governor has already paid the INEC. So your blood is not worth shedding there. Just stay at home. And they complied. That's the potency of Simon's agenda or propaganda as they are discussing here, because they know why they are discussing this topic. So my people, this is it. Let me play the voice of China Samuru to you people, so that you will know how our people are being killed on daily basis by our own people. Look at his instruction.
Who said he's the leader of the upper pilot is calling some men in our camps, and we have given an order in the ESN camp. Anybody that picks his call to bring it to any commander, the person should be executed. Anybody that picks his call to bring it to any commander, the person should be executed. Anybody that picks his call to bring it to any commander, the person should be executed.
Have you seen the kind of struggles we are in? Anybody that picks Simon's call should be executed. As if to say they are his children or they are his sons. People's children whom he called volunteer, he said that they are volunteers, that nobody should pay the ESN, that Simon is paying the ESN. My people, have you seen it? That's the only time you hear Simon, China Samoru's voice when it comes to executing people. There was a guy I showed here some time ago that was caught, where they went to finish off some of our brothers, and they were caught. And the Nigerian media were interviewing him, asking him, who is your leader? He said is called China Samoru. Where does he stay? He says he's a blood. He is a blood. This is it. Now you have heard his voice, that anyone who answers call from Simon should be executed. Who will execute that person? His men. Because it is not our Onyendu's ESN he's talking about. He's busy talking about ESN because he's still using this ESN to take money from the gullible Biafrans still following him. But I can assure you that most of these gullible men have now discovered the truth from this complaint from the defense minister 3 days ago or 4 days ago. I think it was on Wednesday. So now, They are not doing anything effectively to release our Onyendu. So this is what Onyendu said, because Onyendu is the prophet of our time. Anything he says, anything Onyendu says, we always go by it, because Onyendu is a prophet. There is no doubt. God said it, that any country or any state that has no seer or a prophet that prophesies what will happen in future or what has happened in the past, that state is a dead state. You understand? So Onyendu is the prophet of this generation. Let's listen to his voice.
If not, that means you're not doing anything. If nobody is chasing you to arrest you, that means you're not a freedom fighter. If nobody is trying to stop what you're doing, that means that what you're doing is not effective. If nobody is chasing you to arrest you, that means you're not a freedom fighter. If nobody is trying to stop what you're doing, that means that what you're doing is not effective.
Have you people heard it? It says that when you say that you are a freedom fighter and nobody is chasing after you, that means you are not a freedom fighter, or that what you are doing is not effective. So, my people, this is very clear evidence. It does not need further interpretation. It does not need interpretation. Ndị Igbo si na ife agba n'aka, a need a mirror to see it. Dịka iyilu your wristwatch, ịchọ ịma ife na-akụ ije chọba ugegbe, mbanụ. Ịma achọ ugegbe, inere anya for the time. Okwu mazi now mkpọ kita, I can still repeat it. Egosigo unu na ife the DOS na-eme adịrọ effective because nobody is chasing after them. O nwere onye na-ajụ ase ka ejide Chinasa Nworu ma ka ejide Ima Powerful ma na fa na-achọ Chike Edozie. Nobody, not Nigeria government as a federal, not any governor as the state, nor any of the military. Nobody is chasing after them. These are the things we discussed during the week. And this is my conclusion, that nobody is chasing after them. So, when it comes to the demolition of houses, I will start from somewhere now to tell you people the genesis of that demolition.
One thing I've noticed, Premier, when I've been here,
this is a white man in 1964 interviewing Sadwana of Sokoto or Ahmadu Bello. Listen to the conversation, because it is between them, and I happen to stumble into it. Just listen carefully.
I mean, it was called an obsession about the Ebos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Ebos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 northerners in our civil service here. And I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a northerner first. If you can't get a northerner, then we take an
Did you hear that? The man said to him, "What is it you have about the Ebos?" And he was saying that the Ebos are this type of people that when they come to anywhere, they want to monopolize. They want to be the head. That it is the Ebos' problem and not their problem. So the man asked him again, so it means that in the whole of Nigeria, it is only the northerners that will be ruling? He said yes, because it is the northerners first. If they cannot find a northerner that will take a position, they will get an expatriate like himself. He said he came to Nigeria in 1952. 1952. Ebos are indigenous people in that country, because we were not Nigeria by 1952. Ebos were indigenous people and they came. He said he came to Nigeria in 1952. One of the Usman Danfodio's children. You are a foreigner and you don't want an indigenous person to express himself in his own land. But you, as a foreigner, you want to dominate. You want to be first before the owner of the land. My people, these are the kind of things we should be thinking about. These are the kind of things we should be thinking about. You have to sit down one day, whether you are a saboteur or you are a meaningful Biafran, ask yourself this question. Is this man right in coming to Nigeria in 1952? As we all know, our ancestors were there before he came. They were there before he came. And he came and now wants to tell other Nigerians where they should belong. That it is them first. You came to somebody's land and you want to dominate him, and you are complaining that he's in a dominant position. Like Dangote is in a dominant position today because he's a son of a Fulani. Let me play another voice for you.
expatriate like yourself on contract. This is the plan on ground. What above Lagos said that we are pushing them to the ocean. Most of these markets that are banned in Lagos, look at it, they are Igbo-dominated markets. You get me? In fact, some Yorubas were telling me when I was in Lagos last weekend that it is we, the Northerners, when we are in charge of Lagos as federal capital, that open room for Ebos to come and dominate them. And it's over now. And it's over. All the businesses Ebos are doing, we are going to bring it and do it. You get me? That's why Buhari have to sign that Lagos is going to be given special status. We are going to have a kind of semi-regional system. Lagos is going to have special status. It means nobody again will control Lagos. The indigenous of Lagos are the ones that are going to control Lagos. They can form land policies. You get me? They will decide to say, you as a Yoruba man in Lagos, you will pay 5,000 naira per annum for a land. As me as a someone, I will pay 10,000 naira. Igbo man will pay 1 million naira.
Have you heard it? Do you people know who is talking? When he was governor of Borno State, he's now the vice president of Nigeria. He's the one talking. How Ebos are going to be paying 1 million. Yoruba man will pay 5,000, and them as Hausa people we pay 100,000 for land, and the Ebos will be made to pay tax 1 million. Let me continue.
And I'm telling you, after 4 years, at least not we are liberal, but in the southwest, after 4 years, Ebos can never be useful and relevant again in the southeast. Wait and see.
In fact, the plan of APC is that they are going to make alliance of Northwest economic development. The West has the ocean. Can you hear me? Yeah. The North has agricultural produce. Yeah. So what they are going to do, the government is going to develop all the agricultural and mineral resources in the North. And then they will put primary industries here. And then go and export, finally finish them in Lagos and Southwest.
Have you heard it? Go and finish them in Lagos and Southeast. You people know that Sadwana of Sokoto is their grandfather. And they are echoing his voice, what he told that white journalist interviewing him. How Ebos are in monopolistic position. How Ebos will be silenced in Lagos and in Southeast after 4 years. I know that most of you must have heard this. This is not the first time. But it is always good to sound a very good information into the ear of the listener so that they don't forget. Don't forget the way they haven't forgotten what their Usman Danfodio father told them to do. They haven't forgotten. You can imagine the descendants, how many generations of that family or that tribe that have died and it got to this generation. How many of them? How do we remember our ancestors? We refuse to be slaves. There was this history that Ebos that we are being taken to America all decided that they will never be slaves to anybody. And they all jumped into the ocean and drowned. This is the Igbo man. This is the spirit. We should not go down for anybody. Biafra is our only solution. Today, they are demolishing houses all over Nigeria. Let me show you the one that happened in Abuja yesterday.
This news why they read, they give you now, it's happening live in Abuja. In fact, this breaking news now, they shock me because why? Anybody will survive this country, Nigeria, this 2023, by 2024, you need to go Thanksgiving for inside church. Go thank God for surviving the greatest hard economy since the history of this country, Nigeria, especially Igbo man. More when I watch this video, make on see what they happen for inside Abuja as I follow you, they talk now. Even when we think say that for only Lagos, night demolition they happen, we no call even know say it happen for Abuja as I follow you, they talk now.
So, Amaka here, they did not even inform people that are upstairs and they are demolishing the building and their shop is open upstairs. They did not even inform us. Our life is in danger. Our life is in danger here. Very unfair. No, this is really, really bad.
Employers are here.
You see the caterpillar going to 1, 2, 3, 4 story building to demolish it. They couldn't even inform the people inside, bring out your things or pack out because we want to demolish. And the caterpillar is there to demolish a building with people inside that building. So my people, this is our situation now. This is our situation. But I can assure you that even with all these things they are doing, Nigeria is finished. Nigeria is finished. Just listen to this again.
President Tinubu travels the world trying to convince investors to invest in Nigeria. Another international company announces its departure from these shores due to the very difficult economic environment, which it says has eaten dramatically into profits. The French pharmaceutical multinational Sanofi has been in Nigeria for 50 years, but it's finally decided that it's had enough. The move follows that of the UK group GlaxoSmithKline, which left Nigeria earlier. So what are the push factors?
Have you heard it? This is a reporter. His name is Charles. I don't know on news platform. He is reporting that a French pharmaceutical company in Nigeria have left, and that the British one, very popular Glaxo, they have left. And Tinubu is traveling the world now in search of investors. But you will be very glad to hear the reason why they are leaving.
Driving them away. Well, top of the list is the impossibly difficult foreign exchange situation. Then there are issues of multiple taxation, inconsistency of government policy, and the very fragile legal situation in Nigeria that many foreigners see as a threat to their investments. So what is the best way to drive foreign direct investment into Nigeria? Well, for all this, I'm joined now in the studio by the development expert and business and economic analyst, Dr. Taufik Rahimi, who is also, purely by coincidence, an APC chieftain.
Thank you, Mr. Chas.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming in. Thank you. So even as President Tinubu...
I don't have to go into all that. My people, we have all heard everything I said here. Southeast is in trouble today because the Fulani from the onset have seen Ebos as a big threat to their presence in Nigeria. They are foreigners who came to Nigeria and refused that the indigenes, the owners of the land, will not be happy in their own land, that we will not have peace in our own land. Everything I have played here, everything I have shown, is a very clear indicator of who our enemies are. Fighting ourselves will never solve the problem. Fighting ourselves or pointing accusing finger on each other and not focusing on the ball, which is Biafra, because Biafra is the only exit route for our people trapped in the zoo. Yes, their only solace, only salvation is Biafra, and we need each other to make it happen. Splitting ourselves can never work. It will never help us. Because Onyendu said it here. Let me repeat.
If not, that means you're not doing anything. If nobody is chasing you to arrest you, that means you're not a freedom fighter. If nobody is trying to stop what you're doing, that means that what you're doing is not effective.
Have you heard it? If nobody is chasing you, just like Nigeria is chasing Mazi Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, chasing him, fighting tooth and nail, calling Finland, help us, Simon Ekpa. Onyendu said that if you are a genuine and true freedom fighter and nobody is chasing you, then what you are doing is ineffective. It will be very, very irrelevant. You will be irrelevant. Nobody has ever told us. I have never heard in the news that Nigeria government is in after Chinasa Nwuru or Chike Doziem or Emma Powerful, who are also abroad, because they always tell Simon, come back if you want to fight for Biafra, come back. Chinasa Nwuru, Chike Doziem, Emma Powerful, they are not in Nigeria. They are all abroad, dishing out orders who to be executed or not. So Simon did not leave Nigeria because he was running away from anybody. he went to abroad to study, and after studying, he naturalized and became a citizen of Finland. So you people should get that. Those of you calling for him to come back, and those who are chasing after him, that's exactly what Onyendu is saying. They will never catch him. They said that they want Simon dead or alive, but they will not do, they cannot see him. We call Simon with the blood of Jesus. We are Christians. Simon, he is untouchable. He is untouchable. None of you will set your filthy hands on him. He is the one that is leading us now. He is the one crying out for Onyendu's release. The sit at home is for Onyendu's release and for our referendum. Simon is fighting too many battles all at once. That's what Onyendu said here. That if you are a freedom fighter and nobody is chasing after you, you are not a true freedom fighter. And that it shows that what you are doing is not effective. So my people, I will leave you people here. Take time and listen to my videos, because everything I said this morning, I came with video and audio evidence. So you will reflect on them, knowing that all those people I showed here, what they are saying will make sense for you. It will make sense somehow. You have to work with all the things they have said and everything, the way I link them up. Just follow them step by step. You will learn something. And for that reason, subscribe to this Betty Ford TV so that I will have sufficient people that will be notified by YouTube when I am on. And also follow me on Betty Ford Second on Facebook. I will leave you here and have a nice weekend. Do not forget, focus on the ball. Because when you leave your object, which is Biafra, when you leave your object and keep chasing shadows, you will end up catching nothing. That is it. When you leave your object, your main objective, you leave it and you keep chasing shadows, because shadow is something you cannot catch. When you leave object and chase shadows, you catch nothing. I will leave you here, and God bless you.